starting with the numericals for finding out the resultant. So now we will take one more problem for this resultant, and then we will move for this what we can say, what is moment and what is couple. These things we are going to see now. So before moving further, uh, I will tell you some properties of the hexagon and pentagon. Okay. Now what is hexagon? So if you see, hexagon is like this. If I draw over here the hexagon, this is hexagon. I'm trying to draw it exactly, but you can understand. So now this is the regular hexagon. If a regular hexagon is there, then what are the properties of the regular hexagon? All sides are equal. Okay, all sides are equal. This is the first property of regular hexagon. And what is the second property of the hexagon? All interior angles are equal. Okay, or interior angles are equal. All interior angles. So suppose now this is A, B, C, D, E, and F. So angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D is equal to angle E is equal to angle F. This is the property. Okay. Now one more property is there. Now if you join the angular points, okay. Now suppose now from point B, if I join the first angular point D, okay, then if I join this second angular point from B, if I join E, then from point B, if I join F, then this division of the angle, these angles are same, whatever I have shown over here by cross. So these lines equally divide this interior angle. Okay, these lines equally divide this interior angle. And how to find out the interior angle? So to find out the interior angle, the formula is sum of all angles. You can use it for any geometry. Sum of all angles. Okay, sum of all angles is equal to, the formula is 2n minus 4 into 90. This is the formula. Now we will try it for first, triangle. Triangle is having a sum of interior angles 180 degree. This is known to you. So where n is equal to number of sides. So suppose now if we try for triangle, now first of all, if we try for triangle to verify the formula, then if I put 2 into, how many sides are having? 3 sides. For the triangle, 3 sides are there. Minus 4 into 90. So how much it is? 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 4, 2, 90 into 2, 180 degrees. So we have verified our formula. Triangle च्या interior sides ची बेरीज किती असती? 180. Okay. Now similarly, if we do it for hexagon, now instead of triangle now, this I have shown you to verify the formula. Now hexagon is having 6 sides. So 6 sides means it is 2 into 6 minus 4 into 90. So if I apply this formula, then it will be 6 into 2, 12. 12 minus 4, 8. 8 into 90, it is 720. Okay. So sum of all interior angles is 720. Means what? Means angle A plus this total angle I am talking about. Angle A plus this total angle B, this angle C plus D plus E plus F. If you do, you will get the sum 720 degree. Now once I know the sum and I am also knowing that all interior angles are equal, I can find out each angle. Okay, so total sum आहे 720. किती angle आहेत? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I divide this 720 by 6, then I will get each interior angle, and it is 120 degree. Each interior angle is of 120 degree. Okay, and now suppose now if I got each interior angle as 120 degree, this angle B is also 120 degree. Now this angle B is divided into 4 parts, and as it is a regular hexagon, the property of regular hexagon is all these sides will equally divide this angle. So I will get each angle as 30 degree. This part is 30 degree, this part is 30 degree, this is also 30 degree, and this is also 30. So these are some basic properties of pentagon as well as hexagon as well as octagon. You can go up to hexagon. It is there for your syllabus, but it is same applicable for pentagon also, same applicable for hexagon also. The thing is that pentagon is having 5 angles, pentagon is having 5 sides, but the hexagon is having 6 interior angles and hexagon is having 6 sides. So same formulas we are going to use. So this type of one problem we are going to see now. That is why I have told you this introductory part, so that you will be aware of this. So now, numerical, we will take the problem. Forces of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 Newton respectively act at one of the angular point of the regular hexagon. The regular hexagon towards the other angular points taken in order. Full stop. Find the resultant of the system. Find the resultant of the system. Now I will read the problem. So forces of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 Newton respectively. So we are going to take those forces in order. Act at one of the angular point of regular hexagon. हे सगळे एका कुठल्या तर पॉइंट वरनं ऍक्ट व्हायला लागलेले आहेत. Towards the other angular point. So from one angular point, they are acting towards the other angular point. Taken in order. Find the resultant of the system. So regular hexagon they have said. So first we will draw the hexagon. So here I will draw the hexagon first. So this is the hexagon. Okay. So I will give the name to this hexagon. Suppose now this is point A, this is B, C, D, E and F. These points A, B, C, D, E, F are known as angular points. The problem मध्ये आलाय बघा word angular point. So these points are called as angular points. Now what they have told us in the numerical, all these forces 2 to 6, all these forces act at one of the angular point, okay, of the regular hexagon towards the other angular points. म्हणजे एका angular point वरती हे सगळे forces आहेत आणि तिथून हे बाकीच्या angular point वरती ऍक्ट व्हायला लागलेले आहेत. Okay, that is the meaning. So now what I will do, I will first consider A point. A point is the angular point. कुठलाही घ्या तुम्ही, A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever you want, you can take it. But here I am taking it as a point A. So from point A, they are acting on all angular points. Okay. So after A, which is the next angular point? B, because they have told us is taken in order. Taken in order means you should go serially. Taken in order म्हणजे मराठीत म्हटलं तर त्याला म्हणतात अनुक्रमे. So you should go serially. That is the meaning of taken in order. So from point A, to point B, I will draw one force. Okay, see, from point A to point B, I will draw one force. This is my force of 2 kilonewton. This is the force of 2 kilonewton. So from A, the next angular point is B. So here one force is acting. Next, from point A is the my fixed point. I have considered A is the point from where all the forces are acting. After B, next point is C. So here the next force is acting at this point. You can show the force in this way also. Okay, in this way also you can extend the force also. There is no problem. Yeah. So here next force is this C. Then again from here, again from point A, next point is D. So this is my fourth force. This is a 4 kilonewton. Then again next force is this one E. Okay, this force. Next one is last point is this F. This force. So all these forces are acting. I will also extend this. Okay. So I will give the name to this. So this is the force of 2 Newton. This is the force of 3 Newton. This is 4, then 5 Newton, and lastly it is 6 Newton. So all these forces are acting on this regular hexagon. So we don't know anything. Okay, they have not given us any single angle, and they told us to find out the resultant. As you know, all the forces are not vertical and horizontal. Some of the forces are inclined forces. So always we resolve the inclined forces, and to resolve the inclined force, we should know the angle. Okay, if the angle is known to us, then and then only we can resolve the force. So for that purpose now, first of all, our first step is to find out the angles of these forces. So to find out the angles of these forces, what I will do, I will use the formula. I know what is the sum. Okay, so I will write here sum of all interior angles, sum of all interior angles is equal to, what is the formula? It is 2n minus 4 into 90. So here I will write for hexagon, n is equal to 6. Number of sides, how many sides are there? 6 sides are there. Okay, so sum is equal to, so what is the sum then? 2 into 6 minus 4 into 90, which is equal to 12 minus 4, 8, so 720 degree. Okay, 720 degree. But by the property of regular hexagon, all angles, don't say all angles, say all interior angles, all interior angles are equal. All interior angles are equal. So therefore angle A must be equal to angle B, must be equal to angle C, equal to angle D, equal to angle E, equal to angle F, equal to angle F. Okay, so all angles are equal. So I know the sum. I know angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D plus angle E plus angle F is equal to 720 degree. That sum is known to me, and also I know that all angles are equal. Okay, so if I want to find out single angle, then each angle is equal to sum of angles sum of angles divided by sum of angles divided by number of angles. Sum of angles divided by number of angles. So which is equal to 720 sum of angles. Number of angles are 6, which is equal to 120 degree. Which is equal to 120 degree. So I can say that all these angles are equal to, it is nothing but 120 degree. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So now we got each interior angle. So now if we move back, now you can see over here that this total angle is 120. Now if you see angle A, so this total angle A is 120 degree. हा जो पूर्ण total angle A जो असणार आहे from this angle. So this total angle is 120 degree. Now see, this angle A is divided into how many parts? See, this is first part, this is second part, this is third part, this is fourth part. Okay, so total angle A is 120 degree. Total angle A is 120 degree, and it is again divided into 4 parts. So each part is of how much degree?
30 degree.
30 degree.
30 degree, correct. समजते काय सगळ्यांना काय सांगतोय ते?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This total angle, whole angle is 120 degree. My total angle is 120 degree, and from this point A, all angular points are joined by the property of regular hexagon. I have already told you, it is the property of regular hexagon that it will equally, what we can say, equally make equal parts of the angles. Okay, when you join the opposite angular parts. So now here I can say this part 1. So this much of angle is 30 degree. Okay, then this angle, कुठून ते कुठं खुणा करतोय नीट बघा. This angle is also 30 degree. Then here at this point, this much of angle, this is also 30 degree. Okay, so now I will erase this. You know this total angle is 120. So this angle, this much of angle is 30 degree, and here this angle, this much of angle is 30 degree. So now we have got all these interior angles. Okay, आता इथे ह्याच्यामध्ये एक ट्रिक बघा तुम्ही की now this 2 kilonewton force is the horizontal force. So there is no need to resolve this. If you think about this 5 Newton force, so this 5 Newton force, you can see 30 plus 30 plus 30. So this angle is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. 30 plus 30, 60, 60 plus 30, 90. So 5 Newton force with horizontal angle kiti hai? So that angle is 90 degree. So 5 Newton force is nothing but it is a vertical force, and 2 Newton force is nothing but it is a horizontal force. So there is no need to resolve the force of 2 Newton and force of 5 Newton, because one force is horizontal, other force is vertical. Okay, now we have to think about these remaining forces: 3 Newton, 4 Newton and 6 Newton. What to do? So for 3 Newton force, you have got the angle 30 degree. It is the angle with horizontal. So for 3 Newton force, angle is already known to you, 30 degree. For 4 Newton force, what is the angle with horizontal?
60 degree.
60 degree. So for this 4 Newton force, the angle with horizontal line, it is 60 degree. You have to add these two. So this will become 60 degree. So I will mark over here. Roll number 54. Switch off your mic. Roll number 54. Okay, so this total angle with horizontal, it is 60 degree. This total angle is 60 degree. Okay. So now, similarly, this is 90. Now, for this force, for 6 Newton force. Now, you tell me for 6 Newton force, which angle you will take? How? What will be the angle? Roll number 54. Then roll number 4. Switch off your mics. Now, if I see that you should always on your mic to give the answer or to ask the query or something related that. Don't mute and unmute frequently, otherwise I will remove you out of the meeting. Okay, so now you tell me for 6 Newton, what angle we should take? What will be the
120.
angle?
120.
So for 6 Newton 120 angle, but 120 angle, can we take it for the resolution of the force? Now we want to resolve the 6 Newton force now. That is why we are finding out the angles. Okay, why we found out the angles? Think logically. Why we found out the angles? Because we want to resolve the force. Why we want to resolve the force? Because we want to find out the resultant. So now if you consider this 6 Newton force, now from horizontal the angle is 120 degree. So is it possible to resolve the force of 6 Newton?
Yes.
Which angle you are going to take?
60 degree from negative x-axis.
Correct. You should take 60 degree from negative x-axis, because I have already told you while teaching the resolution of the force, the angle should be acute angle. It should not be obtuse angle when you resolve the force. So your angle must be always less than 90 degree. So now if you think about this 6 Newton force, if you count the angle from this side, then this total angle anticlockwise from positive x anticlockwise angle, it will be 120 degree. So it is not useful for me, because I can't resolve the force. If the angle is greater than 90 degree now, then I can't resolve the force. It will not be correct. So in that case, what I will do, I will extend this line a little bit, horizontal line. Okay. And now if this total angle is 120 degree from this
120.
side, then this angle will be, how much will be this angle? This angle is 60 degree. So
60.
this angle I will consider for the resolution. So this angle I will consider for resolution. Is it clear to all of you how the angles are taken over here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So now we will resolve the force. Now we will resolve the force. So resolution I will show you here in this diagram only. Okay. So to avoid the confusion now, I will resolve the force on this force itself. So now here you can see this 2 Newton force, there is no need to resolve. It is the horizontal force. Now when I think about this 3 Newton force, the angle of 3 Newton force with x-axis is 30 degree. So I will draw two components. One component is parallel to y. I will show over here. And another component is parallel to x. दाखवू दे ना इथं इथे असणार आहे का ऍक्च्युअल हे कुठं असायला पाहिजे कुठल्या पॉइंटला असायला पाहिजे रिझोल्युशन ए पॉइंट पासून तुम्ही फोर्सेस रिझॉल्व्ह करायला पाहिजेत करेक्ट आहे ना आर यू गेटिंग माय
Yes,
पॉइंट
sir.
ऑलवेज वी रिझॉल्व्ह द फोर्स फ्रॉम पॉइंट ऑफ ऍप्लिकेशन पण आता सगळेच फोर्सेस ए पॉइंटला यायला लागलेत मग तुम्हाला कन्फ्युजन होईल की कुठल्याचा कॉम्पोनंट काय आणि कुठल्याचा कॉम्पोनंट काय तर तुम्हाला कन्फ्युजन होऊ नये यासाठी मी इथं दाखवतोय ही मी दाखवतोय ती पद्धत बरोबर नाहीये कळतंय हे फोर्स तुम्ही कुठून रिझॉल्व्ह करायला पाहिजे यू शुड ऑलवेज रिझॉल्व्ह द फोर्स फ्रॉम पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टॅक्ट or point of application, and here in this case our point of application is point A, but still if you see this 3 kilonewton 4 kilonewton 6 kilonewton all the forces are what we can say emerging from this point A. So that is why to avoid the confusion I am resolving the force in this manner. So here two components I have drawn. So this component will become 3 cos 30 and this will become 3 sin 30, right? Similarly we can resolve this force of 4 Newton also. So one component is parallel to y and another component is parallel to x. So this is 4 cos 60 and this will be 4 sin 60. And last please this 6 kilonewton force. If I resolve this force, then here you can see one component is parallel to y, another component is parallel to x. दोन्ही componentच्या मध्ये force यायलाच पाहिजे. So this will be now 6 sin 60 and this is 6 cos 60. Have you understood this resolution?
Yes, sir.
ओके. हे सगळे फोर्सेस परत एकदा मराठीत नीट सांगतो ऐका. हे जे मी कंपोनेंट सगळे तुम्हाला फोर्सेस वरती इथं दाखवलेले आहेत, हे असं इथे जे दाखवलेलं आहे ही पद्धत करेक्ट मेथड नाहीये. ऍक्च्युली मी हे सगळे कंपोनेंट या ए पॉइंट पासून दाखवायला पाहिजेत. ए पॉइंट पासून मी सगळे कंपोनेंट्स ड्रॉ करायला पाहिजेत. पण इथं सगळेच फोर्स एका ठिकाणी येतात, त्याच्यामुळे कन्फ्युजन अवॉइड करायसाठी आपण असं दाखवलेलं आहे. ही गोष्ट फक्त नीट लक्षात ठेवा. So always when you are resolving the force, always you should resolve the force from point of application or point of contact. Remember this thing. Okay. Now once we resolve the force, we will consider the components for the further calculations and we forget the main forces. So now we will do the calculation for this now. So if I apply summation fx, now summation fx is equal to, so you know that in summation fx we consider all the forces parallel to x-axis, that is the horizontal forces. If the force is moving towards right, we are taking it as a positive. If it is moving towards left, then it is negative. Now see the diagram. Now when I started to see the diagram, my first force is this one, 2 Newton. So 2 Newton, it is parallel to x, hence it will come in summation fx. Now it is plus or minus this 2 Newton?
Plus.
Plus, because it is moving towards right. Next force is this 3 cos 30. So 3 cos 30 is also horizontal force, which is a component of this. So now we are not going to consider this 3 Newton force. Instead of this 3 Newton force, we will consider its component for the further calculation. So its component is 3 cos 30. It is again parallel to x, moving in rightward direction. So this is also plus 3 cos 30. Next is this force 4 Newton. So this component 4 cos 60. It is also moving towards right, so it is also plus. Then 5 Newton, it is vertical force, so it will not come in summation fx. We have to take this force in summation fy. Now next force is this 6 cos 60. It is moving towards left hand side. So are we going to take it as a plus or minus? What we will do?
Minus.
Minus. Okay, minus. So now I will write all the forces. So I will write all the forces over here. So first force is 2, second is 3 cos 30. Please check all the forces. Then 4 cos 60. Then minus 6 cos 60. Is anything is left? 4 forces we have written over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now solve this. Let me know the value of summation fx. What is the answer?
$4.53.
4.53.
4.53.
Okay, so this answer is 4.53 Newton. Have you got the positive answer or negative answer? Positive मिळालं का negative मिळालं?
Positive.
Positive. So summation fx must be towards right hand side. Positive असल्यावर आपण कुठे दाखवतो नेहमी? राईट ला दाखवतो ना? निगेटिव्ह असला असता तर लेफ्ट ला दाखवलं असतं आपण डायरेक्शन. So summation fx means sum of horizontal forces and we got the answer as plus, positive answer. So we have shown the arrow over here, see, towards right. Now similarly, find out summation fy. So now to calculate the summation Fy, if we see this 2 Newton force, it will not come into the picture. Now this 3 sine 30. Now this 3 sine 30 is the vertical force. It is moving vertically upward. So it is positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So 3 sine 30 is positive. The next force is 4 sine 60. 4 sine 60 is also positive. It is moving up. Then this 5 Newton, this is also positive. This is also moving up. And then this 6 sine 60. So this is also positive. Okay. So all the forces are positive over here. So what is 3 sine 30 is the first component. Second is 4 sine 60. 3 sine 30, 4 sine 60 plus 5 plus 6 sine 60. So do the calculation, let me know the value. Please check the terms which I have written on the board are correct or not. Fast kara calculation. What is the answer?
66.
66. Summation Fy.
1.66.
1.66. 1.66.
1.666.
Now somebody has given me the answer 15.16. Please check the calculation once again.
15.6.
0.06.
त्याला ब्रॅकेट टाकून कॅल्क्युलेशन केलंय का असं कॅल्क्युलेटर वरती असं केलंय का? If not, then put the brackets and do the calculation once again and let me know the answer. Here also, you should put the brackets over here. आता ते कॅल्क्युलेटर आहे, ते मशीन आहे, त्याला कळत नाही कुठला आकडा कधी घ्यायचा ते आपण सांगावं लागत असते इनपुट. So please check the calculation once again for summation Fy. Okay, so it is 15.16 Newton. Positive answer you have got, so it is moving upward. Fy म्हणजे एकतर upward जाणार किंवा downward जाणार. So upward. That 4.53 also the right answer. Have you checked?
Yes, sir.
It is right. So this Fy is 15.16. All of you are getting this answer 15.16?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So always put the brackets.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, so always put so if you don't put the bracket, then you will get the wrong answer. So always put bracket. This since 6 sine 60 is the first term. Now you should take the sine 60 and then multiply it by 6 and then you should add it into the 5. So this procedure must be done by the calculator. So for that purpose now you have to put the brackets. So you are telling to that calculator that now first do 6 sine 60 and then add it into the next term. Okay, so the bracket is very important. Okay, now once we got these both of these values, summation fx, summation fy, now find out the resultant force. So to find out the resultant force, our formula is R is equal to under root summation fx square plus summation fy square. Now put the values in this formula. Put the values. So here it is 4.53 square plus 15.16 square. So once you solve the bracket, you will get the value of resultant R. Please do the calculation on the calculator so that you will get habitual with that calculator. एवढी प्रॅक्टिस व्हायला पाहिजे कॅल्क्युलेटरची की न बघता आकडे टाईप करता यायला पाहिजे.
15.832.
15.83. So I will write here 15.83 Newton is the resultant. Now after finding out the resultant, calculate the angle. Now calculate the angle alpha. So now alpha is equal to tan inverse in mod summation fy upon summation fx. This is our formula. So just put the values, which is equal to tan inverse in mod summation fy. What is the value of fy? It is 15.16 divided by fx 4.53. So if you solve this, you will get the value of alpha. Let me know the answer.
Three 34.
334?
3.34.
No, alpha angle. Then you have to take tan inverse. Huh?
76.57.
Okay, so angle alpha is 76.67 degree. Okay, so this is the angle alpha. That 3.34 or whatever the answer you have calculated now, take the tan inverse of that, because that formula is alpha is equal to tan inverse of summation fy upon summation fx. So after the calculation of the alpha, now we know the direction of the resultant and the magnitude of the resultant. Now we will draw the diagram. Now here you can see this summation fx. Summation fx is 4.53 Newton, but its direction is towards right. You can see the direction. So arbitrarily, I will choose any point. Now here I have choose arbitrarily 1 point. Arbitrarily a 1 point. Now from here I will plot summation fx plus first. So what is the direction of summation fx? It is towards right. So this is the line which represents summation fx. So this is my summation fx and its value is 4.53 Newton and it is positive. So I have plotted on the right hand side. जर हे मायनस आला असतं तर मी लेफ्टला प्लॉट केलं असतं. Okay. Now next thing, if we go back, you can see over here summation fy. So summation fy is again positive and its direction is upward. Its value is 15.16. So it is moving upward. So I will plot summation fy. From the same point, I will plot summation fy like this. It is moving in upward direction. It is 15.16 Newton. This is your summation fy. And now we will complete our parallelogram. Now I will complete this parallelogram. So the diagonal of the parallelogram is our resultant that we have already calculated. So this diagonal, this is our resultant. And what is the value of r? R we have calculated it as a
15.82.
15.83 Newton or 82, whatever it may be. And this angle is our angle alpha, which is always with horizontal. And this angle is 76.67 degree. So this is your final diagram. What is the magnitude of resultant? What is the direction of the resultant? समजलं आहे का काय सांगितलं काय घेतलं प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये ते?
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now if you understood the things, then we will move further and we will see the further concept. What is the meaning of moment? What is the meaning of couple? Okay. So movement of a force. So next point is movement of a force. So now I think you came to know that how to calculate the resultant of the system of forces. When number of forces are acting on a body, Then by analytical method, how the resultant can be calculated. This is known to you now. Formula is also known to you to calculate R. How to calculate alpha, that also I have told to you. How to resolve the force, that is also known to you. Okay. So now I think that you can solve the number of problems based on this once you understood the concept. Now we will move to the next bit, that is our moment of a force. So next is the moment of a force. Moment of a force. So what is the moment? So moment is nothing but it is the rotational effect produced by the force. It is nothing but the moment. Generally, moment is defined as like this. But the mathematical formula, if you see for the moment is nothing but moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance. So this is the formula for the moment, force into perpendicular distance. Now I will tell you how to take the moment of a force. See now, this is the surface. This is the plane surface. And here I will arbitrarily take one point. Suppose now this is my point A. This is my point A. And we will take, suppose one force is acting over here like this. This is the force. And suppose now the magnitude of force is 10 kilonewton. Okay. And the distance of this force from point A, it is suppose 5 meter. It is suppose 5 meter. Okay. Now see what is the concept of moment of a force. Moment of a force means what? The moment can be calculated at any point. At any point in a given system of the force or in a body, you can calculate the moment. Now suppose if in this case now suppose if I want to calculate the moment at point A of this force, what is the moment of this 10 kilonewton force about this point A? If I want to calculate that, then to calculate that the formula is moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So if I want to calculate the moment of the force of this 10 kilonewton about point A, that I will represent it as a MA. So it will tell me that about which point I am taking the moment. Because you can take the moment at n number of points, n number of points. So moment, I will write it like this. MA means moment about point A. MA means moment about point A. Now if I want to calculate the moment, then I will see the force first. What is the magnitude of the force? The magnitude of the force is 10 into perpendicular distance from the point A. Okay, from the point, you should take the perpendicular distance from the point about which you are taking the moment. So here I am taking the moment about point A. So what is the perpendicular distance of this force from point A? So this angle you can say, see this angle is 90 degree. So this is my perpendicular distance. And distance is how much? This is 5. So my moment is 50. So my moment is 50. And what will be the unit? The unit of force is kilonewton and the unit of distance is in meter. So this product of these two is kilonewton meter. Product of these two is kilonewton. That value I have taken for your understanding purpose. Moment of a force. How to calculate the moment of a force. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me what will be the moment. Now suppose in the same diagram, if another force is acting, or not in the same diagram, you will get confused. I will draw different diagram. Suppose now this is another surface. Here I will take one more point. Suppose now this is my point A dash. I will call this as A dash. Now here I will take one force. So this is the force. This is the force. And its value is suppose now 5 kilonewton. And the distance from this point, this distance This is suppose now 3 meter. 3 meter. Now I want to calculate the moment of this force about point A dash. So I will write here M A dash. Now you tell me what will be the moment?
15.
15 kilonewton.
15 kilonewton meter, correct. So how you have calculated? You have taken this magnitude of force 5 into this angle is 90 degrees, so this will become your perpendicular distance. So 15 into 3, which is equal 5 into 3, which is equal to 15 kilonewton meter. Easy आहे, समजलंय काय करायचंय?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
काय confusion?
No,
No,
sir.
No. If anybody is having any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so nobody is talking means I assume that you don't have any doubt. We will move little bit further now. Little bit further. Now see, I will just show over here a point. Suppose now this is my point A. This is my point A. And here at this point, this force is acting like this now. And this magnitude, suppose take any arbitrary value, suppose again it is 10 kilonewton, and the distance of this point from this force, this distance, it is suppose 2 meter. Now I want to find out, instead of point A, now I will give another name. I will say this as a point B. So now I want to calculate the moment at point B of this force. What will be the moment?
20 kilonewton meter.
Minus 20.
20 kilonewton.
20. So it will be 10 into 2, which is equal to 20 kilonewton meter. Plus minus ते नंतर बघू आपण, आधी मोमेंट काढायला शिका perfectly. So 10 into 2, 20. Correct? So what you have done? You have taken the magnitude of the force and you have seen the perpendicular distance. Now in this case, this is the perpendicular distance. Okay. Now these three diagrams are there in front of you. You have calculated the moment for all these three diagrams. Have you observed anything in this? So if, see, आता जे मी बोलतोय ते इथं डायग्राम मध्ये बघा तसं तुम्हाला दिसतंय का चेक करा. If the force is vertical, then its perpendicular distance will be horizontal. If the force is vertical, then its perpendicular distance is horizontal. And if the force is horizontal, then its perpendicular distance is vertical. If the force is horizontal, then its perpendicular distance is vertical. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Observe
Yes,
होता है ना तुम्हाला? बघा हे 10 kilonewton, this force is vertical force, and while taking the moment, the distance is horizontal. This 5 kilonewton is vertical force, but its perpendicular distance is the horizontal one. Now this 10 kilonewton is the horizontal force, but its distance is now, if the force is horizontal, distance is vertical. Okay, this is what we have observed over here. Now this is the observation I have told you so that you will not get confused while taking the moment of the force. Now second thing is that, see here in the moment, what we do, we adopt some sign conventions for positive moment and negative moment. So if the movement is in clockwise direction, if it is rotating in clockwise direction, if the moment is like this, it is rotating in clockwise direction. So this is the clockwise direction. Then we consider it as a positive moment. If it is rotating in negative direction, that is anti-clockwise, then we called it as a negative. If the moment of force, it is rotating in positive clockwise direction, then it is positive. If it is in anti-clockwise direction, then it is negative. मग आता हे कसं ठरवायचं की पॉझिटिव्ह आहे का निगेटिव्ह आहे? तर त्याच्यासाठी सोपी गोष्ट आहे, बघा मी काय सांगतो ते नीट ऐका. Now we will start with our first figure. Now if you see this 10 kilonewton force is there, 5 meter distance is there, you can easily know the moment is 10 into 5, 50. But now this 50 kilonewton meter moment, what we will do? म्हणजे पॉझिटिव्ह घ्यायची का निगेटिव्ह घ्यायची? सो आर वी गोइंग टू टेक दॅट मोमेंट ॲज अ पॉझिटिव्ह मोमेंट or we are going to consider it as a negative moment? So to decide that, first of all, you should see where is the point. So this is the point A where I am going to take the moment. Now see the force. This force is acting downward. So arrow is downward. Okay, म्हणजे हा फोर्स कुठं चाललाय? डाऊनवर्ड चाललेला आहे. सो हा डाऊनवर्ड चाललाय ना फोर्स, ह्याला थोडं डाऊनवर्ड खाली खेचायचं. आता पॉईंट कुठल्या बाजूला आहे? तुमच्या या साईडला पॉईंट आहे, लेफ्ट साईडला पॉईंट आहे. तर ह्याला थोडं खाली खेचायचं आणि ह्याला वळवून टाकायचं पॉईंट कडे. ह्याला काय करायचं? वळवायचं पॉईंट कडे. मग कसल्या डायरेक्शन मिळाली तुम्हाला? इट इज क्लॉकवाईज और अँटी क्लॉकवाईज?
Clockwise.
पॉझिटिव्ह म्हणणार का निगेटिव्ह?
Positive.
Positive. So this moment is positive. Now similar case is with this 5 kilonewton also. Now you can see this force is moving downward and your point A is situated over here. Okay. Now if हा डाऊनवर्ड यायला लागलाय ना, मी याला थोडं खाली घेतो, थोडं घ्यायचं खाली, आणि आता माझा पॉईंट कुठे आहे? इकडे आहे. मी याला काय करणार? इकडे फिरवून टाकतो. सो इफ आय रोटेट इट, इट विल बी लाईक दिस. सो दिस इज द डायरेक्शन. सो अगेन दिस इज
Anti-clockwise.
clockwise. So plus. It is clockwise. So plus.
Clockwise.
Okay. Now last one is this force 10 Newton. So this is the arrow and here is the point. काय करायचं? ह्याला थोडं पुढे घ्यायचं, जसं चाललाय त्या डायरेक्शन मध्ये थोडं पुढे खेचायचं फोर्सला. ओके. अँड नाउ रोटेट इट अबाउट द पॉइंट. सो नाउ सी द डायरेक्शन हाऊ इट इज. सी द डायरेक्शन. इट इज क्लॉकवाईज.
Clockwise.
It is clockwise.
Clockwise.
So this moment is also plus.
Positive.
Positive.
Plus.
Is it clear? Have you got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any confusion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
ओके. आता बघा, मी तुम्हाला एक क्वेश्चन विचारतो, त्याच्यावरती विचार करा. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर मध्ये मी तुम्हाला त्याचं उत्तर देईन. सो ऍज द टाइम इज ओव्हर, आय एम ऑल्सो हॅव्हिंग मीटिंग ऍट 12:05. सो
प्रॉब्लेम राहिलेला आहे.
काय झालंय?
प्रॉब्लेम राहिलेला आहे.
तुम्ही स्क्रीनशॉट पण काढत नाही का? दोन्ही करत जावा म्हणलं की मी, लिहून पण घेत जावा आणि स्क्रीनशॉट पण काढत जावा. ठीक आहे. सो आता तुमच्या एकट्यासाठी सगळेजण थांबणार का बाकीचे? ओके. आय विल show you the screen, but still one more thing is there. So now moment is force into perpendicular distance. This is the formula. So moment is a quantity which is the product of two quantities, so this moment can be zero also. Moment can become zero also. Under two conditions this moment can become zero. If the force is zero, first thing is that if the force is zero, then moment will become zero. Or if this perpendicular distance is zero, then also the moment will become zero. Now how, that I will tell you. Now come to our first figure. 10 kilonewton force, we are taking the moment at point A. Okay. So now I will erase this, just a moment. I will erase.
Hello, sir. Sir, sorry for disturbance, पण जर माझा फोन ऑटोमॅटिकली स्विच ऑफ होऊन जाईल कमी चार्जिंग असल्यामुळे. माझी प्रेझेंटी घेताल का मग तेवढी?
Sir, see, from here onwards, don't tell me in the lecture like these things. You should enter it into the chat. There is an option chat. I always open it for everybody. Those who are having such a problem, you should write there. This and this problem is there with me, and my roll number is this and this. Okay. So from here onwards, it is not for only you. For whole class, I am telling you. If I will always see that chart. So if somebody is facing some problem due to network issue, anything else will be there. You should write very in detail in the chat that I am facing this and this problem. This is my problem. My roll number is this and this. Okay. So I will consider it, but I will consider it for several times. Every time I will not consider that. You have to come out with the solution if some problem is there. So now moving further. See here. Now this is my second point. I will take my second point here. This is my point B. Now in this case, if I want to calculate the moment of force, moment of this force at point B, what is my moment now? What is the moment? Let me know the answer.
0.
How it is 0? And why it is 0?
Because perpendicular distance from the point is 0.
Correct. See here, we are taking the moment at point B. So we should see the perpendicular distance from point B. So from point B, this 10 kilonewton force is passing through point B. So B point पासूनच B point चे डिस्टन्स किती आहे असं जर तुम्हाला विचारलं तर तुम्ही काय म्हणणार काय पण प्रश्न विचारायला लागलात हा सो इट इज 0 त्याच पॉइंट पासून त्याच पॉइंटचे डिस्टन्स 0 असणार आहे ओके सो दिस 10 kilonewton फोर्सचं परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स काय होईल या केसमध्ये इफ आय टेक द मोमेंट ॲट पॉइंट बी देन फोर्स विल रिमेन ॲज इट इज 10 but this perpendicular distance will become 0 so the moment will become 0 okay have you understood this thing
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay so this is all about the moment of a force now I have explained you everything so in the next lecture what we will do we will go for the couple so couple means two equal unlike parallel forces are acting on the body which are separated by a small distance that is called as a couple so that I am talking about that couple so that is we are going to study in the engineering mechanics so in the next lecture we will take that so I hope now this concept of movement is clear to you because this is very important concept you should see it at home also today refer everything So now somebody has told me that something is remaining now. So I will open that screen. So this is the problem now. And also give me the attendance.
सर टीचिंग डायरी मध्ये व्हिडिओ
I am not able to hear you. Please come into the range, proper range, so that your voice will be clear. Okay. So, who has asked something now? Somebody, if someone is having a problem, either you make sure that you are in a proper range so that your voice will be reached to me. Can you repeat it if any problem is there?
टीचिंग डायरी मध्ये व्हिडिओ येतोय का हा
मी चेक केली का टीचिंग डायरी बघितलंय का
हो सर चेक केले ना कालचं नाही आलं
कालचं लगेच्या लगे येत नसते हो लगेच्या लगे होत नाही ते बाकीचे आलेत की सगळे आधीचे
हा आधी चाललेच सर
हा it will take minimum 3 to 4 days from my side to upload the video because some editing work is there and some other work is also there so that is why you at least wait for at least 2 days for the video okay
हा ठीक आहे
okay so now give me the attendance roll number 1
Present.
2 3
Present.
4
Present, sir.
5
Present, sir.
6
Present, sir.
7
Present, sir.
8
Present, sir.
9
Present, sir.
10
Present, sir.
11
Present, sir.
12
Present, sir.
13
Present, sir.
14 15
Present, sir.
16
Present.
17
Present, sir.
18
Present, sir.
19 20
Present, sir.
21
Present, sir.
22
Present, sir.
23
Present, sir.
24
Present, sir.
25
Present, sir.
26
Present, sir.
27
Present, sir.
28
Present.
29
Present, sir.
30,
Present, sir.
31,
Present, sir.
32,
Present, sir.
33, 33, 34,
Present, sir.
35,
Present, sir.
36,
Present, sir.
37,
Present, sir.
38,
Present, sir.
39,
Present, sir.
40,
Present, sir.
41,
Present, sir.
42,
Present, sir.
43,
Present, sir.
44, 45,
Present, sir.
46,
Present, sir.
47, 47, 48, 48, 49,
Present, sir.
50,
Present, sir.
51,
Present, sir.
52,
Present, sir.
53,
Present, sir.
54,
Present, sir.
55,
Present, sir.
56, 57,
Present, sir.
58,
Present, sir.
59, 59, 60,
Present.
61,
Present, sir.
62, 63,
Up to 61.
just repeat, 61 is present,
Present, sir.
60 present, 62 is absent, 63,
Students.
63 is there now, some newly roll number is added now.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
But yesterday Pawar sir told us that only 61 roll numbers are there.
Only 61.
Yes, sir.
Only 61.
Sure na? Are you sure?
Yes, sir. New roll list is also given on Telegram channel.
Okay, okay. So from this date, from 3rd January, strength is 61. Okay, 61 is your last roll number. Okay. So I will call the absent roll numbers once again. Roll number 33 is absent, 47, 48, 56 and 59. These are the absent roll numbers. Anybody from this roll number is there?
So can you the absent roll number?
Roll number 33, 47, 48, 56, 59. Okay. So today we will stop over here. In the next lecture. So today afternoon only we are having the lecture now. So in that lecture we will see the further part.